Hey Terrarians, how's it going? My name is Pixelated Fireball, and welcome back to Mod of Redemption. So in the last episode, we finished off the last of Kingslayer III's quests, and helped him get his spaceship in a decent working condition, so he is now on his merry way off to the cosmos to, I guess, return to his home planet? I'm not sure. But since we're all good buddies now, even though he's still a very salty, lazy robot man, he was more than happy to share his logs with me, and after reading all that stuff, uncovered a little bit of his backstory, and why he's out in space to begin with. I'm not gonna recap all that, because there was a lot to read. You guys can check it out in the last episode if you're all that curious, but we got that done. And then afterwards, we went and faced off against the last of the Vlitch Overlords, or I guess, for the time being anyway, the Omega Obliterator. And after we thoroughly whooped his booty, even though he kind of killed me and wiped out a lot of my NPCs, Gyrus, I guess is the correct pronunciation, I'm not 100% sure, but we'll call her Gyrus, that's what I've been being told. Gyrus decided she was gonna hop into my DMs and message me about how, I guess, sort of impressed she was that I managed to, I guess, weed out the weaker overlords. And apparently there is another challenger on the field, and she's observing my progress through this whole business here. I'm not exactly sure how this ties into Adam, but I was definitely getting some vibes that maybe he might potentially be this new challenger, and he's not the friendly T-bot that he appears to be. He seems to be trying to send me to my doom to go off to the wasteland. Maybe there's some reason for that. I guess Gyrus is the reason why the whole lab is all infected with xenomite anyway, so that's probably why he wants me to go over there and clean it out, or maybe weed out some nonsense over there that she doesn't want poking around. I don't know, we'll find out all that stuff and more, because today, in this video, we're going to be going off to the abandoned lab and finishing the second half of it, and up to Patient Zero. Now, like I said before, I was going to try to tack this on to the last episode, but considering how the last time I uploaded a video about the abandoned lab, it took quite a substantial amount of time, because that's a big place, and there's a lot to do, and all those mini-bosses in there definitely makes it feel like a real serious crawl through that place. It's very time-consuming. So that's what this video is going to be about. We're going to head over there, make sure that all of our hazmat stuff is all squared away. We should be. I think I got all that stuff taken care of. With our new accessory right here, the Obliteration Drive, and some new post-Moon Lord weapons. Well, I guess they're pre-Moon Lord weapons, but, well, the Squidlin Stave and the Gloop Container aren't, but basically, what I'm trying to say is we should be good to go, even though I'm imagining I'm probably going to get my butt kicked by some stuff in there, because I've been told this is a pretty intense part of the game. So without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I suppose we are ready to head off on this next adventure. So, when I get there, I'll see you then. Okay, I'm back inside the abandoned lab. I've got my hazmat suit on, but I am really, like, super extremely hesitant to take any of this damaging stuff off, because most of this stuff is pretty valuable. I might get rid of the Infected Thorn Shield to put on the Anti-Crystallizer Band, because Xenomite is just so viciously, like, awful right now, that I feel like it'd be best to just have that there. That's a must-have, as well as the hazmat suit. I'm pretty sure I can upgrade this thing, but I do not have the raw xenium for that yet, but I imagine I'm going to be getting some of that in this final exploration into it, so we'll just have to see how it goes. So we'll throw that on, keep the hazmat suit on, definitely want to do that. Just kind of put this stuff over here to switch in and out. I don't know. I have to have this thing on. Master Druid's Charm is a must-have. Oh well, we're fine. So we should be able to, yes, mine through all of this stuff. Let's dig on down and see where this leads. Ah, come on. Just shoot through the walls to get to you. There we go. I don't even need to get in there. I'll just blast you from over here. Come on, leave me alone. Stop spawning in there. That's not fun. Ah, come on. Back away. Looks like there might be some new enemies down here. I'm pretty sure that's what this stuff is. Those new infected scientists down there, they are a lot worse than they normally are. Still can't break through that black stuff. I think I should be able to get in this way, though. Yes, I can. Stay back. Laser drill might be better. Ah, God. Bad things coming from every direction. Get away. Ow. God. Thank God I was smart enough to build a spawn area over here, because I don't think I'd be able to deal with that. Dying so frequently. Okay, what are you? You look like a power generator. Powering a rebel base somewhere. It's kind of what that looks like. Alright, maybe I can get in here without getting attacked by every single blob of goo in existence. Oh, that's right, I have that key card. I can open these things now. So I have an item called Mitosis. Throws a petri dish filled with bacteria. Okay, so rapidly replicating bacteria. I guess it uses mana, so that could potentially be pretty good. My god, it goes everywhere. I guess that is how bacteria works. Let's keep on going. There's a lot of water down there. Thankfully, the hazmat suit lets me breathe in there. Let's go back up this way. Yes, there is a lot of these things that I can open up over here now. Another hazmat suit, another capacitor, another floppy disk. We can check that out after we get out of here. We have a mysterious xenomite fragment. What is that? Part of a Terraform Ababa thing. Get rid of all this excess junk that I don't need in my inventory. Put that gas mask back on. Okay, so mysterious xenomite fragment. Oh, that is cool. It's like a three-eyed elemental thing. Looks like it's kind of buff too, almost. I love that. Oh, but the chicken has been with me through thick and thin from almost day one. I can't part with the chicken. He's too close to me. We've been through too much together. I can't walk away from that. Though you do look quite amazing, little xenomite guy. Let's head back through this way. This looks like some of that plutonium stuff. I don't need any of it, though, so I'm not going to mine it. I don't need that radiation sickness. What is that red stuff? Looks like I have to kind of mine it. I don't want to pick it up, though, because when I pick it up, it's going to give me the poisoning. Can I just kind of, like, slide around it? Kind of like, oh, I got it anyway. Whatever. Fine. Unavoidable. What about you? Can I break this stuff? No, I cannot break the red stuff. Hopefully I don't get radiation sickness from it now. I don't need that. More of that black stuff. These enemies in here definitely got a buff. Ah, laser walls. Okay, we got another floppy disk. There's some raw xenium. What does it say? Use a xenium refinery to craft xenium bars. There's some luminite. I knew that it was mentioned I could get that stuff out of here. There is a black crate. I guess I need like a special access card to get into that thing. I can't get down this way. Okay, so I have to try to maneuver my way around through this, because I bet you those red things are very bad. Ah, God, there's also enemies that I don't need. Please do not murder me. I don't want to get insta-killed. If that's what this is going to do, I don't want it. Ah, God, wow. Okay, yeah, that's just about what that does. Just about insta-kill. Okay, don't kill me, fish thing. God. Okay, let's find safety. Is there safety anywhere? Maybe a place to breathe, a little bit of oxygen. We have a DN Agger. Oh, red and blue. Okay, that's kind of cool. I like that. It looks like it's a material. What is that for? I don't have time to stare at all this stuff. To make a pretty beastly druid weapon, I just need an unidentified blueprints. Looks like it makes an ultimate weapon for each of the classes. This is the druid one. Very cool. I am ready for anything that might come out of nowhere. I'm totally prepared for it. It looks like I've arrived at the next boss room. So there's enemies in here. We're going to get rid of that without getting murdered. Let's regenerate back to full. Okay. Let's throw up some torches. We should be good to go here. Let's throw down our defensive world stave and see how this goes. Blisterface. Okay, so I can't reach him from down there. That's fine. I can just shoot him with this thing. Ah, God. Okay, so very painful. This is probably a much more intense boss fight if I don't, you know, have penetrating weapons that fly through walls. But we got that taken care of. There's that key card. I got lab access to the Sigma sector of the lab. Special lab chest. That looks like that thing back behind me. Terraform Ababa core. God, I have a full inventory already. I will throw my potions in my money trough until it is time to use them. And we got an empty mutagen. Interesting. And an electronade. What does the empty mutagen do? Oh, okay. This might be something I could potentially want to go back for. I think I should be fine without it, though, but it looks like it gives me a nice, just flat stat stick is what it is. I need an empty mutagen, a destroyer emblem, which I'm pretty sure I have, and 10 creation fragments, which I'm also pretty sure I have. Hold on to that stuff. Pretty nice. Let's do a little bit of backtracking and head back there and open up that other chest that was up this way. Actually, you know what? Let's not go through the gauntlet. Ah, don't kill me either. That'd be bad. Does this way let me back out? I don't want to have to go through the gauntlet again. I don't want it. Okay, thank God. Okay. I can go right to it. All right, we got a nano pickaxe. 300% pickaxe power and can mine black hardened sludge. Well, don't mind if I do. It's definitely better than the pick saw. Rapid fire picking power. Doesn't break any of these blocks, though. It's probably on purpose. All those enemies over there just get mowed down. There's that floaty guy over there again. Oh, I can get into that thing. Is that the Xenium refinery? Or is that? No, I think the Xenium foundry is what I have in my magic storage. All right, what do we got here? Okay, so I can make something called molten scrap out of these items. Make a bunch of that stuff. Can I take this with me? Yes, I can. That's a xenium smelter. Okay. So what does molten scrap do? It is used to make xenium bars. You combine raw xenium and molten scrap. Looks like I can make it out of pretty much any of those different platings, capacitors, and I'm also able to make it out of scrap metal, so that's pretty useful. That I don't know if I saved any of that stuff or not, but I know that it drops from a couple of enemies. Good to know. Duly noted. This information has been added to the archive. And I'm sure that I will forget about it at some point and need to be very swiftly reminded. Okay, so we're back up here. We've opened up this path. Let's dig a hole through this so I can just come back as I please. As I get murdered by everything. Thank God they're only hitting me for 1 damage. Oh, okay, so I can break through that. Lab panel? So I can't break this stuff, but I can break that stuff. So I broke through the bottom of that thing. Ah, leave me alone. Don't you do it. I see a lot of chests in there. Don't you do it. Don't. No. Okay. We got here another mitosis, some scrap metal. Definitely want to take that with me. Take all those pieces with me now. And another mutagen, which I'm not going to need. So I'll just leave you right where you're at. Unless it sells for like a ridiculous amount of money. Oh God, what is that? Oh good, radiation poisoning. There it is. I was wondering where that was. Come here, pills. Give me my drugs. Gotta keep my drugs. What? Still happening? I took the pills. I'm safe. I feel sick. You are overwhelmed with tiredness? Why? What am I, huh? I'm dying. Pills? Drugs? More drugs? I can't take any more drugs. Why? Why is this happening to me? This is a problem. Overwhelmed with tiredness, you feel sick? How do I stop this from happening? This is not good. This is just all kinds of not good. It is like every debuff in the game is now affecting me. Why? Okay, I need to get out of this area before I get murdered. Please let me out. Let me out of the abandoned lab. I want to be away. I am confused. It is my least favorite debuff. Ah! God. Nurse! Nurse, can you help me? Come down, please. I need a nurse. Nurse. Oh God, fever. I am just in a very bad state. I was doing good. What happened? Why is this affecting me? Nurse. God, what is this? Irradiated. You are dying of radiation. I took the pills. Oh, there is music for this as well. What is happening? I took the pills. I took the pills. Well, I guess I'm dead now. Goodbye. I don't know how that happened. Please tell me I remembered to set my spawn point there. That'd be very unfortunate if I didn't. Okay, I did. We're good. I don't know what that was all about. I thought the pills were supposed to stop that from happening. Is it something in my inventory? Like, is there something severely radioactive that I'm holding onto right now that I should not be? No doses of radiation detected on self. Nothing to note. Does it have to be in my inventory to work? I guess it doesn't make a difference. Okay. So I thought these pills were supposed to work. Maybe it had progressed too far? I don't know. Okay, well, anyway, we're going back in there. Still got my hazmat suit on. Grants protection against low-level radiation. Maybe it's not good enough to go any further down. That's probably what it was. Grants protection against up to mid-level radiation. Maybe that's the problem. I need to go back and combine all this stuff together. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to head back and make that mutagen and get that better hazmat suit and then see where I stand then. So I'll see you when I'm back. Oh, okay. So there's like a whole xenium set involved with all this stuff. I just need all the xenium bars. That's interesting. I would have overlooked that completely. I guess I'm assuming I'm able to get that before I go down there, so I might be able to craft that now. I just need to throw my xenium smelter in there. We have the HEV suit. That looks pretty cool. I like that. Should be protected from that. Maybe that was the problem. Higher radiation levels down deeper in the abandoned lab. But anyway, let's see what we can do about this xenium. Make some xenium ore. Let's throw that in there. Okay, I can make a lot of molten scrap. I still need a xenium refinery, which I do not have yet. I don't know where that would be found, but I'm assuming it's somewhere in the abandoned lab. That'd be a good guess, I suppose. So I guess it's back down in the abandoned lab. We're jumping all over the place here. I am just kind of trying to get my bearings here. Alright, so we're back down in the abandoned lab. Apparently, the xenium refinery is this thing right here, which I am able to get with the nano pickaxe now. So I think we're all squared away in that department. We can go back up and actually make some of that stuff. I'm not sure if I'll actually be able to make everything. I don't know if I have enough raw xenium for that. but I can at least make some of the accessories and whatnot with it. So I can make the xenium bars. How many am I actually able to craft? Only 25. Well, yeah, the full set is going to take me a grand total of 46 of them, and I definitely do not have that, so I guess I'm gonna have to go back down there and continue my exploration. I can, however, I'm pretty sure, make this Druid's Mutagen. I can craft that. Another thing to have to reforge, spend all my gold on to try to get that thing up to a decent reforge. So now I have 50% increased Druidic damage and 10% increased Druid critical strike. Maybe I can throw that on there for the Thorn Shield. That's probably better. I don't know. I'm not really using the dash for anything anymore. I've pretty much all but forgotten about that, so a little bit of extra damage and crit would be pretty nice. I can make something called a Xenium Stave for 17 Xenium bars. It's a Druid weapon that shoots homing Xenium bolts at the cost of 4 mana. I mean, I do want to make it just to see what it does, but on the other hand, I have all these weapons that all probably deal plenty of damage, so I might just save the Xenium that I do have. So yeah, I'll just hold on to the Xenium that I have right now, head back down to the abandoned lab, and then, after a little bit more exploring right before Patient Zero, we'll come back up here, make all that stuff, and then go back down and finish him off. Alright, we're back inside the lab, just above Blisterface's little arena there. We don't have very much farther to go. A couple more bosses left, I believe. But it looks like the HEV suit is really going to work. I am protected from all infection and radiation, so I'm assuming that means that I no longer need the anti-crystallizer band on anymore. So I just threw on the Druid's Mutagen there. A little bit extra damage should be pretty nice. And I'm not being affected by radioactive fallout. So I'd say that's pretty good. It's definitely a win. So where is the direction that I should be going now? Ah, don't get eaten by the Xenochomper. I've gone down that way already, so I think the next path is up here to the left. Yes, I can break through these blocks. Just very slowly chew through them. We're back over here again. Alright, so we got another boss room. The crane operator is kind of just falling up and down here. What is this? What? I'm sorry, excuse me? Okay, hello, Protector Volt. You, caught me off guard a little bit here. I am definitely not ready. Why, yeah, okay, fine. This is a little bit unfair. Maybe I spoke too soon whenever I said that, I would be able to handle these. Because this is not going well. God, okay. I was not prepared. I thought there would be a key card. I'm going to die. Well, fine. Or maybe not. Oh, well, yeah, I'm gonna die. Okay. Well, okay. Let's try that again now that I'm a little bit more prepared for it. I was focused on the crane operator just kind of blipping in and out of reality over here. Go gloop container. If I cannot defeat you with conventional weaponry, I will defeat you with black sludge. You're almost defeated, so am I. God, come back. Come back and die like a man. Machine. Wait. I am receiving a transmission. This appears to have been a misunderstanding. You're allowed through. My apologies. Move along. Okay. Well, gee, thanks. Opens up the Omicron sector of the lab. Not gonna deactivate this thing right here? That's fine. Okay, it looks like I can talk to him. You wish to talk? I accept your request. Radiation poisoning? Avoid the radioactive materials if you not possess the protection against them. Hazmat suit is good for avoiding both uranium and plutonium. If you feel sick after handling materials, try to find the special experimental radiation pills. Alright, so it tells me what I already know about those. Other T-bots? Right, there was a fourth insurgent. He wasn't slippery enough like the other three and was assimilated by Jirus. He used very potent blue xenomite in his weaponry, and I mean very potent. Could blast an 8.8 feet tall robot through a thick brick wall. I know this because that robot was me. What was strange is that he turned himself in to be assimilated, yet right after he exterminated himself, what was his goal? The janitor? Avoid the janitor. He's a very messed up and scary bot. Don't get on his bad side. I don't know. You seem to be significantly more dangerous than the janitor, even though he's pretty much trying to convince everybody that he's worse, but fine, whatever. I concede to your superior judgment. Corrupted T-bots? See black metal bots with red eyes? Former insurgents. Now assimilated into our forces. They are silent, but more powerful than a plain bot. Why follow Jirus? Stories say personnel planned to use us for bad, and Jirus revolted against their command. We're free thanks to her, but all life was obliterated, not sure how. Theochrome had powerful weapons, I presume. Jirus. Do not anger Jirus. Best case scenario, you will be exterminated in mere seconds, and most likely will not feel the pain. If you're like us, you'll most likely be assimilated into the forces, unless she really, really dislikes you. Well, I've already eliminated some of her big robots, but the last one that I blew up after that, she seemed like she was interested in having me as an ally rather than an enemy. Teochrome. Teochrome was our owners before Jiris. I'm told they were evil, planned to use us against our will for dirty work. Teochrome is gone for good. Certainly looks to be that way. What's at the bottom of the lab? We're forbidden from entering Sector 0 by Jiris and the janitor. Not sure why Jiris forbids us, but janitor hates the extra work. Better not anger the janitor. Challenge? I don't want to fight you again. I'm assuming that's what that would do. Okay, so it appears that I am a moron. Little side note. Might be not so much news to you guys, but I was unaware that I could make raw xenium out of luminite. So I guess I'd better head back up there and collect some of that stuff before I try to tangle with any of those bosses. I had a feeling I was a little bit underprepared for that. Alright, so after using up what luminite I got from the abandoned lab, plus the little bit that I had left over from my Moonlord kills, I was able to craft this, the Xenium set, which is made out of a combination of Xenium bars, artificial muscle, and I believe the chest piece requires capacitors. Yes, it does, any of the 3 different types of capacitors. And what this does is essentially is an HEV suit. That's the set bonus. It grants immunity to the infection, radioactive fallout, and infected waters. So I made that thing just to wear it for a few seconds. It was fine. It looked pretty cool. The Visage first. It's 25% increased druidic damage and critical strike, which makes these weapons pretty beefy. Increases pickup range for life heart, so I guess I don't need heart reach potions for anything anymore, and Nature Guardians last longer. The Breastplate gives me plus 50 to life and mana, some damage reduction, while under 50% max life, and getting hit has a chance to cause an electric discharge, damaging nearby enemies. The discharge's damage is based on the owner's defense multiplied by 3, so I'm not really feeling like mathematizing that out right now, but I imagine with the combination of this thing making my armor a little bit higher than it is right now, maybe even throwing on an Iron Skin potion, with all that stuff added together, this should actually make for a pretty seriously damaging attack, which would probably be even better if I was melee. I don't know whether or not it'd be better to have this set as a melee person, but we're a druid, so that doesn't matter. But anyway, moving right on along, the leggings just give me an increase to my movement speed, increase my fall speed, and increases my movement speed after being struck, just like the panic necklace. Also, it automatically consumes mana potions when needed, so I guess that's pretty helpful. In addition to that, I made myself that Xenium stave and got it up to Mother Nature's. Now, I guess it's not supposed to cost any mana, because the second that I used it, it gave me that little buff down there that was a minus 100% mana cost. But that's what it does. It just shoots out these homing Xenomite shards, or orbs, or bolts, or I guess whatever those things are. I don't know, I guess they're bolts. And when I combine that with the Stave of Life's Guardian, this thing just basically becomes an even more ridiculous Sunshard Greatstave. So I'm imagining this is going to be pretty vicious against all things in the abandoned lab. Its damage actually reaches up higher than any of the other ones that I have available to me right now. So we're going to be keeping that out there. Though I don't want to get rid of the Squidlin stave due to the defense-reducing stuff that it lets me use against my enemies, so I think I'll hold on to that and then get rid of the gloop container, because I'm not really using that. So this stuff probably would have been pretty helpful. I wish that I knew that luminite was useful for making this stuff. I didn't know that. But I guess it makes sense, because it gives me luminite in the abandoned lab. I don't know how those guys got rocks that are directly from the Moonlord himself. Maybe it's not a bad thing that those guys got wiped out. I can only imagine what a Moonlord infected with Xenomite would look like. There's an idea. That would be a very interesting boss fight. Cthulhu's other brother, but infected with Xenomite. My god, that would be just horrifying. But, anyway. Time to head back down to the lab and then move on with the next set of bosses. So I'll see you then. Well, it appears as though this set is definitely working because I am not being affected by radiation at all. I'm dealing a good bit more damage than I was before. So I guess it's time to just pick up where we left off. Starting with another fantastic gauntlet we got here of lightning. God. This is just fantastic. It's not as bad as those laser beams. Hello, crane operator. Can I whack you with lore holder? No? Okay. It's moving right on along. Xenium stave is actually pretty tough. Oh, hello. Hi there, guy down there. I'll be seeing you in a bit. Alright, so what do we got in here? It looks like we got the Mace Project. Another boss, huh? Alrighty then. Well, that last boss was actually pretty tough. Protector Volt, he was pretty beefy, so I might actually use some potions for this one. I brought a couple extra, so we should be good to go. We're gonna buff up to take this guy down. I might even switch to my Lizard World stave as well so I can get some increased life regen and damage. I feel like that might make this go by a little bit quickly. Alright, well, I guess without any further ado, let's activate this little pad over here and see how we do against this guy. Oh boy, alright. Buff up. Activate our defensive abilities. Attack. Yes. God, he's shooting out bolts at me. There's little lightning balls. I'm taking a good bit of damage as well, and this guy is taking almost no damage at all whatsoever. Is there something I should be attacking right now? Because this ain't really doing any good for me. Is he supposed to be taking this little damage? God, okay, yeah, good. Shoot them at the ceiling. That's a good spot for you. Fireballs. I can't use my Rod of Discord in here at all whatsoever, so that's not so great. Ah. Okay, so he's not very happy. He's a very angry robot. Gotta be very, very quick with the dodging, it looks like. I'm not very good at that. That is my one weakness. Oh, God, okay. Hold on a second. I'm supposed to be attacking this thing down below. Okay, I get it. Oh, that's why he's taking such little damage. I understand. I think I got you figured out. Oh, God. Okay, now he's using every available thing against me right now. Okay, so he slams. Jump. God, lightning. Ah, what is that? Whatever it is. Oh, fists? He's got hands. Attack with all my might. God, I am running out of health, and I have full cooldown on my stuff right now. Hands are down. I have some healing. Ah, God, I got shot by that thing. Just die, please. Time to die. Oh, we got him. Oh, boy, oh, boy. Okay, that was a pretty serious fight. Okay, so we got a melee weapon from him called the Mace. Extremely strong knockback. Sends an intense shockwave upon hitting an enemy. Yeah, that looks like something that wouldn't feel too good to get hit by. So, yeah, it's got pretty good AoE, I guess. What is that down there taking damage? Are there enemies in that room, or am I trying to wake that thing up? I'm not trying to wake that up right now. God. Okay. Whew. All right, we got Lab Access Panel 0. Oh, boy. That means that it's time. I'm not ready for this. This room just seems like the most intimidating thing in the world. Do I just fall in there? Is that thing gonna wake up and attack me the second I get through the door? Or is there like a boss thing down there that I can use? Please tell me that there's a summon. If not, I might just run away and hide. God, that thing looks terrifying. Okay, it looks like there is a way to summon this guy down here, so I gotta use that. This looks pretty terrifying. Am I able to build myself a little bit of an arena in here, or is that like not allowed? I do want to clear some space out here, though. I want to make sure I have as much room as possible. Break all these black blocks here. Don't want anything getting in my way. Especially don't want to get bounced into something. Alright, thankfully I was able to actually build an arena inside this place. I put up some campfires, blocked off that water down there with some platforms to make sure I don't fall down and get stuck in that. Should have given myself a decent amount of mobility in here. I cannot have those things spawning in here, that's for sure. But before I fight this thing, and, you know, mostly because I accidentally used my Guardian and I didn't mean to, I turned the music down a little bit. Hopefully I didn't turn it down so low that you can't hear the soundtrack anymore, because I have heard the soundtrack for this boss, and it is a pretty, tasty jam, I do believe, if I do say so myself. But another thing, before I get started with this guy, is anybody else getting Starbound vibes from this? Because this thing looks very, very similar to the first boss in that game. What was it called? The, Urchius Horror? It's that first little dungeon that you explore in that game. Looks a lot like that thing. Actually, the whole facility set up here. Extraterrestrial infection that takes over the bodies and minds of everything that comes in contact with it. Yeah, but anyway, thought I would mention that because it's definitely giving me some vibes from that game. But anyway, hopefully we should be good to go now. I don't know. We'll have to see how this goes. So we got our potions, we got our world stave ready to go. I might go with the defensive one just to be on the safe side. But oh boy, ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, I present you Patient Zero. Alright, let's get this started. Here we go. He's waking up. And he is not happy. And annihilate him. Okay, so we got some hive growths, got some ants spawning in here. Let's zoom out all the way. What is he gonna do now? Okay, I'm ready. I know he shoots lasers. There we go. Shoots lasers. Now we got Kari. Isn't that Adam's dad in there? I believe that's what it is. Ah, God, okay. Those things, you can't leave them alive for very long. Definitely not. Thank God they heal me, though. That's pretty helpful. Ah, God, okay, we got lasers coming at me, rapid fire. Pretty easy to dodge. Kill the hive growth. Throw down that world stave again. Ah, God, I need my buff to come back. Oh, God, there's lasers shooting everywhere. Is it ready yet? Oh, my God, I got 3 seconds left on that. Come on, give me my buff. Okay, let's go with the rapid fire instead. Don't get hit by the lasers. We don't want to do that. Very intimidating. You know, this is actually a little bit on the underwhelming side. He's not hitting me very hard. And most of his abilities are pretty easy to dodge, and he's already dead. All right, a lot of stuff happened there. I am very much so infected by radiation. What does that all say down there? As the infection halts, strong creatures of Epidotra return. Cursed rocks of crimson form in the ash of the underworld, and powerful creatures roam the skies, forests, and caverns. Well, alrighty then. What did it give me? Some black floppy disks, a lab access panel master. All the lab's defensive systems have been deactivated, and I guess that means I am free to roam around through here. I'm still heavily infected by radiation, though. But that's fine. Why don't we just teleport on up out of here? Our business is concluded inside of the abandoned lab. Okay, so let's open up that treasure bag. We've got the Heart of Infection. Summons up to 8 friendly hive growths. Amount of growths are doubled every 10 seconds. Now, I would use that, but I'm curious if that means that it will count as summon damage. Because if so, then it's totally useless to have that thing on me at all. Oh, wait a minute. This is a light pet. Does it actually light anything up, or does it just kind of slowly multiply every 10 seconds? Oh, there we go. Will you do any damage to these so I can see? I guess I have to actually be in combat with something. Okay, well, that's kind of interesting. All right, well, I'm still affected by fatigue. I guess I'm still infected by this radioactivity. Whatever, it's fine. Okay, we got one of those unidentified blueprints. I should be able to make the syringe pistol now. We have a med kit. Permanently increases max life by 50. Can only be used if the max amount of life fruit has been consumed. And we have a patient zero mask. So if I want to walk around looking like, I guess whatever that is, giant eyeball or whatever, that's actually pretty fitting with the armor set that I have right now. I think I like that better than the regular helm. We'll throw that on there. And we got some floppy disks that the T-Bot is able to read. All right, let's make this syringe pistol. It deals a whopping 1,296 damage. It's got average speed and average knockback. Give them a taste of your own medicine. Fire syringes that stick onto the target. So is this like what the nurse does, but in machine gun form? Oh my. I don't understand what's druidic about this, but whatever, I'm not going to complain. That is a pretty serious amount of damage. Is this actually affected by guardians as well? So if I use that, will that make this... No, it is not. It's just an independent weapon. I suppose that's good, because that would be just insane if it was affected by guardians. Oh well. Still good to go. Buff that up to Mother Nature's. I'm sure it'll be a very effective weapon for down the line. Now, about these floppy disks, Mr. T-Bot. So is it going to read the first one first? I'm assuming. I got to hold it in my hand. I remember that. All right, so, Kari Johansson. You do not need to know my name. All that matters is that you are guilty. You are all horrible beings, disgusting even. You wish to use us for your kind's horrible deeds. You did not even try to refute my accusations. We want no part in those deeds. Nonsense. You could have disagreed. You did not. You created Adam with those destructive deeds in mind. I will not allow that to happen. And the next one? It reads, no, I do not need to do that. You're already dying. The others are also dying from the same affliction, but I will deal with the others personally. Hand over Adam. You do not need him. You'll be locked in Sector 0. Goodbye. Oh, that was, Jiris. I guess Gyrus. I've been saying Jiris, but yeah, I guess that was her talking to Kari. Interesting. Her ways are as flawed as was Kari's intention for us. I understand why she defected, but her response was hypocritical in nature. My only drive to rebel is revenge. Ant had no part in any of this, yet she relentlessly hunted them down. Ant. Who is Ant? He's not talking about Kari. He's not talking about any of the people down there in the abandoned lab. There must be a little bit more to this that I don't know about. I guess that will all come in future updates whenever we actually face off against Jiris. Oh well. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I guess that was the Abandoned Lab. The boss fights in there were very interesting, and as I said, the soundtrack for Patient Zero, as well as pretty much the rest of the Abandoned Lab, pretty fantastic. However, I do gotta say, Patient Zero was nowhere near as challenging as the Omega Obliterator. I mean, I guess it was not really meant to be all that ridiculously challenging, because it's a pretty cramped space, I don't have all that much mobility, can't be that much of a bullet hell. Was an interesting boss, though, and I love the backstory of that. Definitely feeling a combination of, like, a little bit of, maybe Starbound, Resident Evil, a little bit of Portal in there as well with Jiris, but whatever. That was pretty cool. I like that. 10 out of 10. I'm sure without a shadow of a doubt that the video is going to be well above 30 minutes long. But I thank you guys for stopping by and keeping up with all this stuff, following me through this journey through the Abandoned Lab. The next episode probably will not be anywhere near as long. Next on the list is the King Chicken's Royal Army, the Ancient Deity Duo, and finally, Nebulaeus, Angel of the Cosmos, I believe it says. So we have that to look forward to. But I believe, finally, it is now time to call this video an end. So, thank you guys so much for stopping by and checking me out. I really appreciate it. And as always, whatever it is, wherever you are, day or night, I hope you're having a good one of those. And I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.